Welcome to the making of Black or White.
Yeah, that's a cool move.
Okay.
Cool move, but it goes spreads out too much at the end.
Somewhere between movement and memory, these unseen rehearsal moments of Michael Jackson reveal something unsettlingly powerful, and then comes the shock, not from spectacle, but from realization. What looks like rehearsal doesn't feel like preparation anymore. It feels like the real foundation of everything the world once called magic. There is a quiet emotional weight in watching it, and an unspoken demand for perfection that never allowed mistakes to exist for long. The ancient rhythm. Some stories do not end where the music stops, they continue inside memory, where imagination reshapes reality itself. Released in 1992 as the second single from the Dangerous album, the track combined smooth R&B textures with the distinct New Jack Swing style. Its lyrics unfolded the bittersweet tenderness of a lost love and the lasting strength of treasured memories. Director John Singleton assembled an all-star, fully black cast, including Eddie Murphy, Iman, and Magic Johnson. This cinematic work honored black royalty through striking visuals and detailed choreography. A mysterious magician emerges, enchanting a queen before dissolving into a spiraling wave of magical sand. At more than 9 minutes in length, the project stood among the most ambitious creations in music history. Although it peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, its cultural resonance endured beyond charts. This blend of soulful sound and regal storytelling redefined the possibilities of the music video format. Its legacy continues to inspire new generations of creators, proving that true excellence transcends time and genre. Every frame carried a devoted pursuit of absolute par excellence. Before we move on, let's take a look at this shocking photo of a man. Some claimed he looks like Michael Jackson. It shows inside a rehearsal studio where Michael is seemingly walking across a wooden floor during practice. However, the right side of the image suddenly shifts to a far more alarming moment, showing him lying motionless on the ground as 2 paramedics rush to his aid. One appears to be checking his condition while another prepares emergency medical equipment beside a bright red kit. At first glance, the scene looks incredibly realistic and has caused concern among some viewers. However, there is no verified evidence that the image depicts a real emergency. What do you think is really happening here? Let us know in the comments. Human or skeleton? In a place where reality bends and movement begins to speak, something unfolds that refuses to be explained in simple terms. In the mid-1990s, an ambitious short film expanded a simple music video into a nearly 40-minute display of choreography, narrative depth, and advanced visual effects. Unlike earlier works rooted in supernatural themes, this production positioned dance at the core of horror. Across the film, expression evolved into a source of strength. Sharp stomps reverberated through the mansion corridors. Forceful sweeps, rapid spins, intense body isolations, and striking facial expressions replaced the softer, playful style seen in earlier years. The choreography carried a darker, weightier, and more emotional tone. Even the smallest movements conveyed attitude, tension, and resistance. Each dance sequence pushed further into unexplored territory, revealing movements never witnessed before. The performer appeared less like an entertainer and more like a supernatural presence controlling every rhythm in its orbit. The film's most iconic moment showcased a dancing skeleton built through early motion capture technology. Authentic human movements were digitally mapped onto the animated figure, enabling impossible transformations while retaining every intricate detail of the choreography. Dance of Desire. A voice was never fully confirmed, a story was never fully revealed, yet something about it still refuses to settle into truth. Released in 1992 on the Dangerous album, In the Closet emerged as one of the most enigmatic and emotionally intense works. Delving into desire, secrecy, and concealed romance, the track fused Teddy Riley's New Jack Swing production with Jackson's deeply intimate vocal delivery. The female vocals were credited to the elusive Mystery Girl, later identified as Princess Stephanie. Initially conceived as a duet with Madonna, the collaboration ultimately never materialized. The accompanying music video, directed by Herb Ritz, placed Jackson and Naomi Campbell in a minimal desert landscape, emphasizing mood over visual excess. Instead of large ensemble choreography, Jackson relied on expressive body language, delicate footwork, shoulder rolls, hip-led motion, and suspended pauses to unfold the narrative. Each movement expressed attraction, restraint, and emotional tension. Clad in a simple white tank top, Black trousers and boots, he allowed presence and physical expression to dominate the frame. 3 decades later, In the Closet still proves emotion can rival spectacle. Pure artistic risk? It looked like a celebration of unity on screen, but behind it, another reality was moving in the opposite direction. In 1991, Black or White emerged with an infectious melody, yet its vivid visuals concealed a bold artistic shift. While the opening sequences highlighted unity through cultural dance, unseen rehearsal footage reveals a contrasting layer of sonic tension. Director John Landis fused a steady pop rhythm with Slash's aggressive, electrifying rock guitar tone. The most striking moment unfolded in the Panther segment. Within controlled rehearsal spaces, disciplined choreography dissolved entirely. What replaced it was a raw, instinctive style driven by intensity. Drawing from the agile and dangerous motion of a predator, these movements turned into a powerful expression of force, sharp freezes, sudden bursts, and visceral energy. This unrestrained choreography shattered the television conventions of its time. Years later, the 2002 Apollo Theatre performance reaffirmed its enduring duality. A straightforward pop composition suddenly revealed the defiant edge of rock and roll. This blend of refinement and raw power stands as a definitive example of creative risk. Every frame carried a vision that stretched beyond conventional entertainment. Rhythm, charm, and swagger. What begins as a simple street encounter slowly turns into a performance where every movement feels like it is leading towards something unexpected. Released in 1987 from the defining Bad album, The Way You Make Me Feel emerged as one of Michael Jackson's most cherished hits, merging narrative, music, and dance into a performance powered by personality over spectacle. Directed by Joe Pytka, the video was crafted to feel grounded and real, capturing the pulse of an active street environment rather than a fantasy setting. In contrast to the tightly engineered choreography of Bad or Smooth Criminal, the movement here appears relaxed, playful, and naturally unfolding. Finger snaps, quick spins, shoulder pops, chest isolations, toe stands, rapid footwork, and sudden freezes are woven together into a display of confidence and charm. The choreography prioritizes character over technical intensity, portraying a figure attempting to capture attention through rhythm and presence. The chemistry between Michael Jackson and Tatiana Thumpson forms its emotional core, while his signature ad-libs add energy. Decades later, it still stands as a clear reflection of charisma, movement, and pure joy. Smooth gravity. Some moments in music don't just entertain the eyes, they stay with the heart long after the sound has faded. Released during the Bad era, Smooth Criminal unfolded a dark and unsettling narrative of a mysterious intruder, a victim named Annie, and a crime structured with urgency and suspense. Powered by a driving rhythm, ghost-like heartbeat effects, and precise choreography, the track rapidly became one of the most iconic releases of its era. Near the climax of the short film, performers abruptly tilted forward at an angle that defied logic. No ropes were visible, no support structures could be seen, and no explanation was offered. Viewers observed in disbelief as gravity appeared to release its hold. The celebrated anti-gravity lean instantly captured global attention. In the original production, concealed support mechanisms created the illusion. Later, the effect was re-engineered for live shows using a specially designed shoe system that locked into stage anchors, enabling the extreme forward lean before massive audiences. Even so, technology alone was not enough. Absolute precision was essential. Decades on, the anti-gravity lean remains a landmark fusion of music, engineering, and illusion. If you've made it this far, please hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Now back to the next one. Mastering every beat. A stage where precision moves like machinery, yet emotion still breathes beneath every calculated motion. This represented the uncompromising reality of the 1993 Dangerous Rehearsals. The period introduced a vision that fused regal elegance with street-level sharpness, forming a stage language rooted in absolute control. Each rehearsal stripped movement down to its most essential form. Rhythm dictated posture, while attitude governed timing. Dancers operated as one unified body, locking into formations that moved with machine-like precision. Beneath that exactness, human emotion quietly persisted. Every snap, freeze, and turn required flawless coordination shaped through relentless repetition over long hours. The track's sound intensified everything, driven by crisp percussion and a pulse that felt cinematic in scale. On stage, the performance unfolded within a dark, noir-like atmosphere. where silence between beats held as much weight as movement itself. The interplay between fluid motion and rigid structure created a striking contrast. This approach reshaped live pop choreography on a global scale. Countless hours of discipline were distilled into these moments of execution. Every snap and pop carried authenticity, complete control. This was history being forged in real time. Fame, lust, and control. What if fame didn't feel like victory, but like a constant pull towards something you can't fully escape? Dirty Diana, released in 1988 from the Bad album, stands as a hard-edged, rock-driven track that examines the pressure and temptations surrounding obsessive groupie culture. Written and co-produced by Michael Jackson alongside Quincy Jones, it is powered by Steve Stevens' aggressive guitar work, which gives the song a darker and heavier tone than his earlier pop material. Lyrically, the narrative follows a performer caught in emotional conflict, pulled toward the presence of a relentless woman who embodies fame's shadowed side. The narrator moves through guilt and resistance, gradually realizing that control over the situation has slipped away. Rather than functioning as a simple statement on attraction or rejection, the song reveals the psychological strain of temptation, regret, and growing self-awareness. It sparked discussion and misinterpretation, with some critics reading it through a distorted perspective, while others identified it as a cautionary reflection on power, fame, and vulnerability. A global chart topper, Dirty Diana remains one of Michael Jackson's boldest works, blending rock intensity with emotional storytelling. Rhythm of power. Sometimes a subway fight turns into a dance battle where tension turns into rhythm and attitude takes over. Bad marked a pivotal shift in Michael Jackson's creative identity, released in 1987 as the title track of the follow-up to Thriller. Written and co-produced with Quincy Jones, it drew from a real-life narrative of struggle, pride, and survival, reshaping that emotion into a forceful declaration of self-assertion. Built upon sharp bass lines, punchy percussion, and an intense vocal delivery, it was crafted to project power and attitude. Its influence extended far beyond music alone. The short film, directed by Martin Scorsese, transformed a subway confrontation into a stylized dance battle, merging cinematic storytelling with street-driven choreography. Every movement carried precision, rapid footwork, sharp arm strikes, controlled spins, and synchronized group formations, reflecting discipline and tension rather than softness. The language of performance reinforced the song's core message. Posture, timing, and gesture became expressive tools. Character was built through movement, while the track topped charts worldwide and forged a darker, bolder image. More than a song, Bad emerged as a statement of transformation, shaped through rhythm, control, and confidence. When the curtain never rose, the most unforgettable show was never meant to be seen at all. It was only supposed to stay behind closed doors. In 2009, preparations were in motion for what was anticipated to become one of the most ambitious concert residencies ever staged. Conceived as a powerful return to live performance, the production merged advanced visual technology, layered storytelling, and reimagined versions of iconic works. Behind the scenes, endless hours were dedicated to refining every detail. The choreography required a careful equilibrium between fluid motion and razor-sharp precision, blending signature movements with contemporary influences. Even within rehearsal footage, the level of exactness was evident. Every gesture, cue, and transition was meticulously adjusted in pursuit of an immaculate performance. Yet the most compelling element of the project was that audiences were never intended to witness these moments. The cameras were initially meant only for production reference, recording preparation rather than a documentary. Following the artist's death in 2009, these recordings became an unexpected final chapter, revealing a rare behind-the-scenes perspective. The concerts never happened, but the rehearsals captured a performer chasing perfection to the very end. The dance revolution. Unexpectedly, a street standoff reaches its breaking point, and instead of violence, rhythm quietly takes its place. Beat It, released in 1983 from Michael Jackson's Thriller album, emerged as a defining hard rock fusion, produced by Quincy Jones with an iconic guitar solo by Eddie Van Halen. It dominated charts globally, including the Billboard Hot 100 and Hot Black Singles charts, and went on to become one of the best-selling singles in history, surpassing 10 million copies sold. Its music video, featuring real members of Los Angeles gangs from the Crips and Bloods rivalry, positioned Jackson as a groundbreaking crossover artist who bridged pop, R&B, and rock, permanently transforming the language of music video storytelling. His performance combined precision with raw street energy through sharp knife hand-arm movements, locked elbows, and explosive chest hits. He layered choreography with shoulder shimmies, high kicks, tight spins, toe stands, and sudden freezes that defined his controlled style. Signature moves, crotch grabs, hip thrusts, snaps, points, and stomps turned rhythm into visual storytelling, making Beat It a lasting cultural landmark. Michael Jackson's voice of protest. Two completely opposite worlds were shown, yet both were meant to tell the same hidden truth. Born out of a double album forged through anger and reflection, the track stands as one of the most confrontational pieces in modern pop history. Driven by militaristic rhythms, samba-infused percussion, and a chant-like chorus, it channels personal frustration into a collective outcry against injustice, prejudice, and social neglect. What first existed as a discarded idea later evolved into a politically charged statement, shaped through intense collaboration and enriched by global influences. Its lyrics ignited controversy, provoking accusation and debate, while its creator defended it as a reflection of discrimination rather than its endorsement. Two contrasting visuals deepened its reach. One set in a lively community space charged with cultural strength and resilience, and another in a stark confinement environment interwoven with real-world imagery of violence, war, and oppression. Together, they transformed the work into a worldwide symbol of resistance. Over time, its message rose above controversy, becoming a protest anthem and a lasting voice for justice that extended far beyond its original era. Behind the magic. Before a single spotlight ignited, demand had already emptied the world of available seats. Launched on September 12, 1987 in Japan, the Bad Tour marked Michael Jackson's first solo world tour and unfolded as one of the most extraordinary live spectacles the entertainment world had ever seen. Supporting the blockbuster Bad album, the production expanded across 16 months, 123 shows, and 15 countries across Asia, Europe, North America, and Australia. 7 consecutive sold-out nights at Wembley Stadium gathered over 500,000 spectators alone, setting a record that left the industry stunned. Total attendance climbed beyond 4.5 million fans, while box office revenue reached $125 million, securing its place as the highest-grossing tour of the decade. Behind each breathtaking performance lay months of relentless preparation, with rehearsals beginning hours before scheduled time, as every gesture, step, and vocal cue was drilled until precision left no room for chance. Innovative staging, dazzling lights, and intricate costume changes turned each night into a cinematic spectacle, redefining live performance and cementing Michael Jackson as the king of pop. Fame, fixation, and Billie Jean. It all began with a question no one fully understood at the time. Years of fame brought unrelenting attention, including false accusations and unsettling encounters that blurred the boundary between admiration and fixation. Accounts of women claiming paternity, along with disturbing episodes involving threatening letters, shaped a narrative built on obsession, illusion, and the darker consequences of celebrity. Musically, the foundation emerged without warning. While driving through the city, a powerful bass line surfaced in the artist's mind and refused to disappear. Around that rhythm, a shadowed and enigmatic story took shape, forming one of the most recognizable songs ever created. Its impact extended far beyond the studio, as precise rehearsals sculpted a landmark television performance. Hours of repetition, later revealed through unseen footage, refined every movement until it appeared completely effortless. Yet even after global acclaim, satisfaction remained just out of reach. Backstage at Motown 25, there was disappointment over a missed landing on a signature toe stand. A heartfelt compliment eventually eased that moment. A call from dance legend Fred Astaire praising the performance became the confirmation that it had truly succeeded. More than just a dance. What if the part everyone remembers was never the melody, but the sense that something unseen was breathing just beyond the light? A track unlike anything else on the album was constructed by merging dance-driven rhythms with the atmosphere of classic horror cinema. Beneath its infectious beat, an unsettling world was formed through synthesizer-led melodies, disquieting sound effects, and a dramatic spoken passage that felt like it had escaped a midnight nightmare. The song was built with a cinematic intention from the outset. Instead of following the structure of a standard pop record, it became a theatrical experience where suspense, fantasy, and music could coexist in the same space, reshaping an ordinary dance track into something greater than entertainment itself. That vision eventually expanded beyond the recording studio. Through choreography, narrative layering, and unforgettable visuals, the song evolved into a cultural phenomenon that refused to remain tied to any single era. Decades later, its influence still lingers everywhere. The music may begin the experience, but it is the living nightmare atmosphere that has kept it alive across generations. A glide into history. What if a single movement made millions doubt their own eyes? The performer seemed to break the laws of motion without taking a single impossible step. During a televised performance in 1983, a brief dance sequence stunned millions and instantly became one of entertainment's most iconic moments. The move created the illusion of moving forward while smoothly drifting backward, appearing to defy gravity itself. Audiences were left speechless, and a new cultural trend was born. Though built on precise footwork and weight transfer, its impact went far beyond mechanics. On stage, the performer appeared to glide across the floor, turning a simple step into a global symbol. To achieve this illusion, fluid street dance techniques like the backslide were adapted from pioneering popping and boogaloo dancers he had observed. Behind the dazzling image stood a deeply private individual navigating immense fame, creative pressure, and constant public fascination. Years later, the iconic glide inspired biographies exploring the human story behind it. It reshaped dance culture and remains a global reference for performance innovation, widely studied, imitated, and reinterpreted. What remains is not just a performance, but a recorded moment in time, preserved like an artifact in the history of movement and imagination. Viewed through the lens of history, it stands as a turning point where dance, media, and culture briefly aligned into something larger than entertainment. And as the archive continues to be studied and rewatched, one truth becomes clearer. Some movements do not age or fade. They enter history, and history keeps watching them back.